I feel so very humbled to welcome the stalwarts in ophthalmology and the distinguished personalities from every walk of life present today for the inaugural ceremony of Netralayam, the super specialty eye care center, an example of trusted teamwork. Keeping in mind the COVID protocol, we have segregated the guests on different floors and the program is being telecast on Facebook Live. Before we start the function, I request Dr. ALOK KOCHGAWAY to please welcome our chief guest for the function, Dr. ALOK Roy, Chairman for Medical Group of Hospitals.
Once more. Thank you. Hello, what? मैडम जावें ना मार कर ली ना सर इधर दौड़े सर इधर सर दौड़े थैंक यू सर एक तो दौड़े আমি আমার রুমটা শুট করব থ্যাংক ইউ আমার রুমে একটা লাইট
একটু সাইড করে একটু এদিকে দেবো সাইড করে হ্যাঁ দিদি ওই সাইড দিয়ে ওই সাইড এদিকে এদিকে ঘুরে স্যার এদিকে ঘুরে
Good afternoon, everybody. It's a very momentous occasion for me for seeing this day today, where we, a small group of ophthalmologists, are able to do something on our own. And I'm so happy, so proud to welcome all our guests today. I will not take specific names, all. When I say that, our dignitaries who have been invited were on the pamphlet, and those who are not, everybody. I respect all of you. I wish all of you to help us in our journey, which we start today. And I welcome you all to this inauguration of our hospital today. Thank you very much.
This is a momentous occasion for us because all the people sitting in the audience and Dr. ALOK Roy and all our guests of honors, they have at all stages of our professional career have influenced how we think and how we decide for ourselves. And because most of us are ophthalmologists, I would take 2 minutes to introduce how Dr. ALOK Roy has influenced us. When I came to Calcutta in October 2004, my first boss was Dr. ALOK Roy. And that time he was managing the RNSN hospital, and we used to meet him very regularly, almost maybe once a month. He would come to our hospital, he would inspire us, and from there our mindset started changing, that how a leader thinks and how he decides. So that is how he has influenced life of especially me, Rupert, Dr. Sinha and Rupert, because all three of us have worked directly under him. I take this occasion to please invite sir, please give your thoughts on this occasion. Please.
Thank you, Lal. Good evening, everyone. It's a very humbling moment to be here in presence of some of the very, very successful people in healthcare, in eye, in hospitality. Saurabh is left? IHM? Okay, he must be busy. So, there are many turns in life, many turns in life, and every turn teaches us something. I remember as a medical student, we used to call ourselves road tractor that time. I am from Orissa. I did my medicine from Orissa, from a senior college, and there was a time which was I think dinosaur era of eye, where they used to operate on a lens, cataract. They used to cut open and leave it as it is as a flap. And for good 5-6 days, patient used to lie on the bed and without moving, and almost 60-70% of them used to get into psychosis. And we used to manage them, and camp used to be 100, 150, 200 eye surgery, and we used to carry the beds, we used to go big trucks, we used to go there to far flung places. And one of the best movement of that eye camp, there was a lot of trouble. We had an open ether system, and there was a time when the anesthesia was not very developed, and there used to be injection here, God knows what used to happen. But the best moment was that all our old people, once they have finished and we have given them the patch, and when we opened the bandage and given them the patch, and before they used to go home, we used to go and drop them to the villages. So we used to give them rasgulla or big rasgulla to eat, and 99% of them will lift the patch to see the rasgulla. That used to be the most satisfying moment of our life. That he could see that he's eating, and he used to be so excited, and then he'd eat rasgulla with that. So that is something, such an instant recognition, such an instant satisfaction. It was so complete. That's about others, about myself. I'm using glasses, I'm now 60 plus. I'm using glasses when I was 8-year-old. So how many years I can calculate? More than that. More than 50 years, more than half a century back. I remember that I used to study in the school, the English school, and I sit in the front, and I had Mrs. Mehra was our English teacher, any Besant school. I'm from Allahabad, UP. So, and whatever she writes on the board, I never wrote down in my copy, or whatever I wrote was wrong. And she was very fond of beating us with the wooden scale. That time there used to be wooden scale, Come here and she will hit on your, and I will jump up and down, then every day I'll get beaten. So then one day, there's a doctor who came to the school, and he said his eyesight is not good. And then I was given my glass. The beginning was 4.5 diopter. That is how it started. And my still stuck to 6, by the way, not too high. So, and the day they gave me glasses, I remember when I went for checking up, it was some Mehra hospital something. So they had a glass, they put a red light in the dark room, and the glass used to change, something used to slide in front of you, and somebody sitting with the indirect, maybe I don't know, and suddenly the damn light became very sharp. Then I got very excited. I said, for me the light was very kind of sharp side. I couldn't see the light properly. It was very sharp. I came home and told my father that the light was very sharp and he was doing something. Then I got my glasses, and the glasses light changed my life. So what I have noticed that eye is something which changes it in instant gratification. What can be better than that in the eye? So eye have been very close to me. So whenever, then I wanted to become a doctor, became a doctor. Then when I became entrepreneur, then I realized the difficulty. And I know some of the legends, Patnaik, Dr. Patnaik, retinal surgeon from Delhi, who was very close to me. He was a very close friend of my father-in-law. When we saw, then there were very few eye hospitals, and patients were dying, thousands of patients. Then I met these youngsters, and when we were building Rabindranath Tagore Hospital, saw a flame in them and kept on talking to them. And today we have reached here where they have built something. It's in fact a great realization that you have created yourself something to serve others. It is not an easy journey. I've seen you all, I'm following them very, very closely. They're like my young brothers. And I've been following them very closely. The kind of dedication, the kind of commitment they have to the medicine, to the branch they are serving, to the people. I have never hesitated in telling him that I'm sending so and so, and they're never happy for money. It's not that whatever they are doing, lack of money doesn't hurt them, it hurts them. But they took your professionalism to a service. That's what Swamiji was trying to tell us. That when you convert your professionalism to service, where you serve others, now the medicine becomes very expensive, not easy. It's costly. You can see the flooring, you can see what has been done, the air conditioning, the kind of things they have spent on furniture. It's phenomenally expensive. But that's what is expected. Those times are over when people wanted to get treated in a small, shabby place and be satisfied. Everybody is paying for it. When they are paying for it, most of them are 60% of this country's population is paying for it. So the professionalism in this hospital is in everything you have done thoughtfully. You don't know I build hospitals, so I'm very watchful, and for some bad reason I can only see wrong things in hospitals. I rarely see good things. It may be because I'm very critical and I feel that when you put an effort between a good and excellence, is just a thought process. If you have a thought, you will make it excellent. If you don't have proper thought, you will make it just good. Whereas you all are so committed. So whatever you have done, you really deserved it. And you have created that with your hard work. It's a lot of hard work. So, I will tell you that you did a great job. Don't stop here. It's just a beginning. And also remember, as Swamiji was saying at the end of the day, that it is not about treating eyes. It is about serving people. Like what BBI community, all of you are serving people. Don't forget that. The service what make you a good professional, not just a skill. If you blend the skill with the commitment and dedication and thought that I'm serving you, when you talk to somebody, you tell them, what can I do for you? How can I serve you better? Can I serve you? That's it. The moment you achieve that service-mindedness, you are a good professional. You are an excellent professional, great professional. If I need anything from my eye, I'll come to you. And love people are threatening me, don't go anywhere else. I said, but one thing for sure that I have to come to these doctors. You better keep them in good humor in any case. So, it is important to understand that service is primary motive. Service is primary motive, and it comes well before the skill. If it's like the sincerity in anything you do. Like since he was continuing talking about spirituality, you may be good in reading a bhajan, but unless your heart in the good sound doesn't come out. Same thing with the health. Same thing in healthcare. You are touching lives every day. One thing has taught me in medicine, what has taught me that if you put your heart ahead of your skill, there's no way patient will not be happy. He will understand that you mean good of him. Whatever may happen, there are a lot of people who died in our hospital. They said thank you, even after dying. They read a script, said thank you. There are some ungrateful people who have used also, but it's a part of life. You can't expect to get the good things always from the world. The world will give you both good and bad. What matters is your intent. You have created a great place, very positive vibes, very beautiful hospital, well lit, right? Let this be the genesis of far bigger output we shall create. Let it give you an opportunity to serve people. Let it give you an opportunity to give the satisfaction to the people they are seeking from your help. And I'm absolutely happy, really glad that you all invited me, and I'm very happy that you did this to yourself. Let this be an example and lead a life by example, which you have done, you are doing it, continue to do it. All the best, God bless you, do well. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. First instance, I must thank Saurav and Love and everybody else for the faculty of asking me to be the guest of honor on this occasion. And I have very few things to say. And it is that the respected chief guest, Mr. ALOK Roy, Dr. ALOK Roy, and Reverend Maharaj is already left. And my dear colleagues on the dais, my friends, the faculty of Netralayam, the staff of Netralayam, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me immense pleasure to see these well-trained, young, energetic group of eye surgeons starting this new venture of their own, Netralayam Super Speciality Eye Care Center. It reminds me of the bird chicks growing up in a small nest. Once they grow fully and are strong enough to spread their wings, they fly off into the sky and the nature to find their destiny. And destiny, as I feel, in my opinion, is 75% is under your control. By control, I mean the choices you make in your life. That 75% is your choice, and rest 25%, I feel, in my opinion, is not under your control. That is what we call luck or the God factor. I am sure each one of you of the group have made the right choice of forming this group. For a group practice to succeed, there are three most important rules or principles. The first rule is a mutual respect for everybody in the group. The second rule, which is very important, is mutual understanding. And the third rule is mutual fellowship. Never wave from this rules, never break this rules, otherwise you will all fall apart. This is very important. What more can I say to you all? I wish you all best of luck. Pray to God from the bottom of my heart that you all succeed. Congratulations and best wishes once again. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. And it's a very happy occasion for all my beautiful friends here. And they are people who really pursue excellence to the last mile. And I can understand that it goes through a process where you have to go from institution to your individual self to another institution till you again rejoin and rebuild yourself to where you are. Frankly, because my teacher is here, sir did not mention one thing, that in his address, that his students were also here. All of us, most of us here are his students. And tell you what, I mean, when I passed my MS and didn't know what to do. So I started working for a big diagnostic center which was coming up, free of cost. There were some doctors working on that before, but somehow the owner liked me and I did up the whole place. But on the penultimate day when everybody was supposed to join, and I was hoping that I would at least be practicing as a doctor in full right there. So many big doctors of the city came and they told that I was too young to be a consultant. So I didn't join. But I told all the people there that this is quite an okay place. I'll have a bigger place than this. But I didn't know how. And I was practicing in a spectacle shop. When ultimately, as you know, for all of us, the IOLs, the entire magic of IOLs opened up. And the man who opened it for me was Dr. BAKSHI. Because I didn't have any mentor. I was practicing and I didn't know where to learn my IOLs from. There were two people then who were doing IOLs. I went to one, we didn't meet. So then I went to sir very hesitatingly because I didn't know him. I said, sir, can I be in your theatre? He said, why not? Ashu. And from then on it was such a wonderful journey. And that was BBI Foundation, where all these people are from, because that was their next step from Shankar Netralayam, and today Netralayam, obviously. So obviously, as sir was telling you, that mutual respect is perhaps the key thing that keeps a team together. So I would strongly recommend that you keep that respect amongst each other. And frankly, it's a very simple philosophy to grow in life. As Dr. ALOK was also saying, that keep the service before the skill. What it means that you give and you'll automatically get. So, I mean, and Swamiji also was saying, you give, it'll come. You don't have to ask for it, it'll come. So, I think these are the only fundamentals that you need to work on. Rest of it, you are too talented people to fail and this brand to fail. So I can only see, as somebody else also wished many hospitals for you. So you can definitely go there. But to mentor, I think the only thing that you become a leader is the simple method of Gandhi. Just sacrifice, meaning give what you have and you will get. So it will come, automatically it comes. Thank you very much and wish all the best to Netralayam. It's been a great change and step forward.
Today is a day of so many things. It is a day of fulfillment. And for a day of fulfillment, we all know where it comes from. It comes from the Almighty. It comes from the blessings of our parents. It comes from the blessings of our teachers. Our teachers have showed the way. And if we have even picked a few pebbles from our teachers, our lives will be supplied. Teachers like Dr. Badrinath, Dr. Gullapalli Rao, Dr. KUMAR, Dr. G. Venkateswamy. Distant learning. I have never been to L.V. Prashad, but the distant learning from a man like Gullapalli Rao, phenomenal. We all know what he dreamt and what he produced. We've all had that good fortune here in India to be amongst stalwarts whom we just had to look up to and know, yes, if I can be just 1% of that person, my life is fulfilled. Here we have our teachers and my mentor, Dr. BAKSHI sir, a mentor to so many, and it is on this day and his inspiration lives on. I think he is the happiest that the folks that he has nurtured are in the wings, flying high and beyond. Thank you, sir. Thank you for all that you have done for all of us. Again, teachers like Devashita, Roteshda, people who are magnets in their foresight, people who have built institutions, Devnada sir, people who have shown that it's not just okay to do good practice, to practice of Tamil, but to go beyond. So, honors to all our teachers on this day. It is also a day of pride. And the day of pride, I have to name all of them and in alphabetical order. So I should not miss, and therefore my chutka here. So a pride for Krishnendu, Ravi, Love, Manish, Prashant, Rajesh, Rituparna, Rupak, Sagar, Surendra, SS Pal and Shuvana. These young men and women, though I do not... Saurabh! Oh no! That's Saurabh, of course. So, these young men and women, though I don't consider myself not young as them and any of them. So it's a day of great pride that a new journey has unfolded, and as Dr. ALOK very rightly said, this is just the beginning of what has to come. So all the best to every one of you. However, I don't know who designed that card, and there's one anguish, a complaint that I do have. In the host list, PARTHA BISWAS does not feature. He features in the guest list. You have done wrong, you have to pay for it. So yes, heart and soul, we are all together, we are all here to grow together. It's also a day when I think some people definitely need to be acknowledged. It's not about Love, Rupak, Saurav, Krishnendu, but it's also about people like Mona, people like Anindita, people like Anvita, and I don't think I should miss another person, Monideepa. It's for people like these that I think our careers have taken up where they are. If it were not people at home helping, not only at home but also in our careers, I don't think we would have had a joyous career at all. This is a day, again, that I must say, it's a day to pledge, to groom and to mentor the next generation, as was very rightly said by the Krishna. What we have to leave behind today is the next generation, so that not only they are good, but they are better definitely than us, and better than the best. Because they need to lead not Indian ophthalmology, but international ophthalmology. Thank you very much. Congratulations to myself, and thank you very much for having this great occasion, this moment of pride, and this journey of Netralayam. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. Honorable dignitaries on the dais, ladies and gentlemen. I deem it is a great privilege to have been asked to extend a vote of thanks on this very important milestone in all of our careers. This day reminds us of the power of dreaming big and getting it converted to reality by power of unity. So at the outset, let me thank Dr. Alok Roy for accepting our invitation to be present on this day. And it is indeed a great privilege to have you here, sir, and listen to your thoughtful lecture. And we will keep getting back to you to take further advices in our journey as we go along. I also extend my heartfelt thanks and pranam to Swamiji, though he has left, but we are very lucky to have his blessings today. The team strongly believes in Swami Vivekananda's famous teaching of service to humanity, service to God. We have been doing this all along and we intend to do this in future also. My heartfelt gratitude and thanks to all the guests of honors. It is indeed a privilege to have you all, sirs. And these are all people who have established great centers of excellence, shown exceptional leadership qualities, and shown us actually path where we would probably try to follow that and try to reach our goals. They have been helping us both directly and indirectly through multiple tips which they keep giving on lectures. We keep trying to listen to that, learn from them and implement them to have us have a smooth outcome. Dr. PARTHA BISWAS, sir, let me tell you, you are not at all a guest of honor, you are our host. We will always think it like that. And let me tell you that team will forever be indebted to you for holding our hands when we were in the infant stage of our practice, and to this point where we start charting out a fresh path in life. We look forward to your continued inputs, continued wishes. This vote of thanks will remain incomplete if I don't extend my thanks to Mr. Ashwini, the unsung hero of our team. I think a lot of approach is due for him. Not just Ashwini, but his whole team, which includes Shivaji, Avik, Preeti, Debashish, Rajesh, Ravi, Uma, Tapash, Samir, Kole, to name a few. There are many more. Many departments, Department of Communication, Department of Diagnostics, and the new staff of Netralayam, staff of VIP, all have shown exceptional enthusiasm to make this function happen and start our innings in a very positive note. I would also like to thank, and of course, as rightly pointed out, our family members also deserve a round of thanks for standing with us. I would also like to thank all our well-wishers who are watching us live on YouTube and Facebook. Last but not the least, I would like to thank all of you who are here, who have taken time out to be with us on this important occasion, important milestone in our life. Thank you all from bottom of my heart, and wish you a very pleasant evening. Thank you.